What's up, YouTube? So this video is going to be about smokeless tobacco and vaping, and what my opinions on about both. And um, so as you guys know, I dip, and I do go to the hookah lounge once in a while. Hence the E-Pen, because this is a lot cheaper than going to the hookah lounge because it has no nicotine in it, and it basically does the same thing as the hookah lounge. The hookah does have nicotine in it, but my opinions on smokeless tobacco, which is the first part of this video I'm going to talk about. My opinions on is it's a lot healthier than, smoking. It is cleaner. People say it's more nastier. The only really nasty part about dipping is the spit. Um, if you guys can learn how to swallow your spit and not, spit, then it's pretty clean because no one sees you. No one really knows that you can that you have dip in, and especially when you're talking on video. I was stand back a little bit. You guys probably don't know, but when I get closer, you guys can probably see it in there, especially when I open my mouth. You guys can see it sitting there. Um, I like it. I don't get a buzz from it anymore. You would say addicted to it, even though this is my third dip of the day, and it's been a good 7 hours from my last dip. Actually more than 7 hours. It's 5 minutes noon. It's midnight, so it's been about 9 hours actually since my last dip. So I normally dip maybe 3, 4, 5 times a day. I usually don't dip a lot. I don't put a lot of dips. My cans usually last me 3 to 4 days at max, which is pretty good for me. I'm trying to slow down and maybe take 1 or 2 dips a day. Like my cans last more like a week to 2 weeks. And I think it's a lot healthier than smoking. There's things that prove out that that's healthier than smoking. It's a better alternative to smoking. You you know, I mean, I'm not saying it's cool. It's not. So you guys smoke and you still don't want to quit smoke. You don't want to quit the nicotine, but you want to get a form of nicotine. I advise you to probably start dipping. People say you lose your jaw and shit like that. That's naturally too. Do I think it could happen? Yeah, it depends on you know how much you dip a day and all that shit, and But it's proven it's a lot healthier. It has less chemicals in it that the you know cigarettes have. And there's a there's a brand of dip called Tough Guy Dip. I want to try that. I'm thinking about maybe when I move out to order some here shortly actually, and try that. Apparently it's made right on the spot. Your order's made right on the spot, so it's really fresh. It doesn't have all those chemicals, and probably it's probably organic and all that shit. So that's even more healthier. I like dipping more, and now my opinion. The part two about this is my opinion on these. I think people make fun of people who vape all the time. It's kind of one of those things for smokers. It does really help people quit smoking. I have two people that I know in my lives. I'm gonna keep their names, their identities, secret, but they're my neighbors, and they've actually quit smoking. Now they don't smoke cigarettes at all. My brother smokes, and he said that today when he had this, he did not smoke a single cigarette when he was using this, and the stuff he had only had like 6 milligrams of nicotine in it, which is a lot lower than what cigarettes have. I think it has more close to like 10 milligrams of nicotine in it. This has I think the same amount as the pen. I think has 6 milligrams. It's a low nicotine content, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. Actually, let's see if my dip has, you know doesn't say, so I don't really know how much nicotine's in here, but I know it's not a high content. Um, but it's kind of, these things are nice to have, they're fun to have. Vaping is, you can say it's cool. There's different lot of flavors. The flavor I have now is a spiced apple pie moonshine. There's a lot of different flavors. There's fruity flavors. There's also flavors that we like smoking cigars, but you don't want to smoke cigars, but you want the flavor of cigars. There are all flavors out there that resemble tobacco flavors, So, if you want, smoke a cigar, but without, the nicotine, So it smells great. It doesn't smell shitty. It doesn't leave a bad smell. It leaves a good smell depending on what you get. You know, so you can't get nicotine. So if you want to stop, if you want to quit smoking, I advise you not to go the, gum out, to go these route. This actually is proven to really help people quit smoking, and it is proven that it can help people quit smoking. They're rechargeable. This is the Kinetec mini mod, so this only goes up to 50 watts. You can get ones that higher. This is a really good starting, you know, box mod. It was like 70 bucks for the whole kit. It comes with the tank, it comes with that. You gotta buy the battery separate. The battery's only like 20 bucks. So you're gonna be spending close to, 80 bucks on a whole thing. It's a really good budget pen or box mod actually. So those are my two opinions. I know that we didn't really go depth into it, but I feel like I don't need to go depth. It kind of speaks for itself and for what I said. Dipping's also a good alternative to smoking if you don't want to quit, the nicotine. Go dipping. Like my drug says, it's a better alternative and all that shit. A lot of people have told me it's a better alternative. And why people say don't dip or smoke is because they've been brainwashed by these anti-tobacco companies, thinking that tobacco is just completely bad. My opinion is not. My parents think it is. That's because they've raised up that way and shit like that. And I'm thinking, when you're a country boy, only rednecks dip. I've met a lot of city boys that dip. It's kind of your preference. It's a lot less smelly if you dip. It doesn't leave a bad smell afterwards on your clothes. The smell doesn't, transfer to different places. Same with this. The smell doesn't really transfer. It doesn't leave a bad smell. It's rechargeable. It lasts a lot longer. You can get like a 30 ml bottle like this and basically just carry around with you, and you can refill it, so you don't have to, spend like $6 on, this was 20 bucks. Well, actually 15 bucks for a 30 ml bottle, and there's places where you can, get them cheaper and shit like that. You just kind of look around. It's nice. It's easy to refill. What you do is you just take this off. This is a bottom. So there's also top fillers where you screw the top off and you fill it from the top. But with this, you take it off, you flip it upside down, and basically you just unscrew this part right here. So now you have this. So that down right there, you take your bottle. If I can get this damn thing open. So then you take this. So then that's what you do is no, it's empty like that. It's not all of it, it's empty like that. You take this, you dip it in your bottle, you squeeze the top. Make sure you don't have any extra on there hanging out. You take this, see that little, I don't know if you can see it, but the little gray part. See the black up there? I don't know if you can see it. You take it, you put it on the side like that. I don't know if you can see that. Put it in. You just squeeze your juice in there. And you fill it up to the gray part. Then you put this back. Set that down real quick. You just basically take this, put it back in there, and you just, when you're done filling it, you just screw that back up. Then you take this, flip it upside down, and you screw it back on. Make sure it's tight, and then your tank is filled, and you screw this back on to the box mod. Don't over tighten it, but tighten it, and then just like that. To turn this on, there's a red button on my fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's charging, but if it was like that, it would say off like that. Now it's off. To turn it back on, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times, then you turn it back on, and then this down here will control your watts. And you just hold this right. You just hold this down. You hit it like a normal cigarette. So that's how that works, and that's my opinion. It's a quick how-to to fill them up and stuff like that. If you don't know how it works, when you go there, you can ask them how to, turn it on, all that shit, and how to work it. They'll show you how to work it. They'll show you how to fill it. They'll show you, different types of ways, the different ways that you can fill it, the top fed or the bottom filled, and then you can go on your daily business. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did at a point in time, smack that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Let me know what says in these videos. Smile more, and I will always see you guys in the next videos. Until then, stay frosty, my friends.